Well, it's interesting that in the surveys that have been done since 1992 of over 4,500 people, 60% of people finish up over there, about 20% there, 20% here, and 10% here. And generally, people in this area tend to be senior managers, senior leaders. For them, I remember working for somebody who epitomised everything there is about a knower, who months stood up at a conference and said, "I passionately believe in teamwork, as long as it doesn't involve me." Because these people are team members, but they're not team players. They don't see their role as playing in the team. They don't want to do any of the dirt. They just give direction. So in any project, and as I say, there's no quite right or wrong answer. Imagine that now in a project situation. If you've got a project that's made up of totally of deliberators, is that project ever going to get anywhere? Without a bit of direction, without a vision, and without people who actually pull it all together, that project is probably destined to fail. And often, why a lot of change projects fail, is they don't have the right blend and mix of people and people with the right brain style. So a deliberator, analyst thinkers, they're organised, extremely patient. Would you recognise yourselves with that? There's not quite, okay. You're not patient with speakers like me. Quick thinker, logical. That's my lonely Noah down here. Creative, innovative thinkers at the back there. The other guys are the visionaries. It's everyone else has to deliver it for you. You just have these ideas. And the people in the back, my friends, my compatriots at the back here, conciliators, we're the change agents. We make things happen by consensus. We get other people to work. You want to move?
No, I was going to comment.
Okay.
So, I'm sure many of us are managing in the matrix.
Yep, absolutely.
You have direct people which are more attentive to your direction.
Yep.
But then you're dealing with a vast array of people that don't report to you but have to go through this work.
Yep.
So I find the projects that I have that I can get more out of a large group who doesn't report to me by taking into consideration their thoughts and getting everybody on board in that same direction.
That's the right way. So there's no right and wrong answer. We are wired up from birth, and along with, I'm sure most people have understand about personality versus behavior. Personality is something we all have as individuals, and personality is fixed by the time you're 8. If you doubt that comment, go to a school reunion. Okay? Because personalities haven't changed. When you hear people talk about those people have a clash of personality, it's got nothing to do with personality, it's a clash of behavior. If you take anyone with a certain personality and put them in a situation, you can adjust their behavior, but you can't change their personality. You can't change medically the way science has given us our own natural strengths in terms of the way our brains are wired up. So we may be completely different to our siblings, completely different to our parents, and completely different to our children. It is the way we are wired, the way we are made up. That gift has to be managed by project leaders who want to bring about change by getting inside and understanding how those people think, how they process information, and using their strengths in that project. So I just want to go on. So how are people seen by others? Deliberators, on the good side, that's the top line, the good side, they're seen as systematic. They're seen as careful, neutral, data gatherers. But they can also be seen negatively by other people in the group as being very rigid, extremely busy and lacking focus, because all they want is data. Give me loads and loads of data, and I've analysed that data, still not sure, can I have some more data, please? The knowers, they're direct, decisive, but they can also come across as being dictators. They can be cold, callous people, very aggressive, but they are a bit daring. These are the people, okay, lads, follow me, over the hill, we're going. Everyone else is going, oh, hang on a minute, the Liberators haven't made a plan yet. The conceptors, these people are always seen as visionaries in any organisation. They're coming up with these great ideas. These people talk in pictures. Often these people are scientists and great creative people. You want to move now, do you? But they can be seen as manipulative. They can also be seen as eccentrics. Conciliators. Well, we're the happy clappy people. We're very friendly. We make birthday parties for everybody. We're spontaneous. We're imaginative. We're the life and soul of the party. But we can also say is that we don't accept responsibility. We don't like feedback. We don't have a lot of moral fibre is often something that I remember one of my managers once told me I lacked moral fibre because I kept wanting to seek consensus with getting the team all in the same place to deliver something. And he was one of the strongest knowers I've ever met. And he just kept saying, you lack moral fibre, Wilson. It's time you just got on and make a decision. Okay, in a project, deliberators, they want to collect facts. In any project environment, these people often become the project manager. They often form the PMO team. They want to continue collecting data as the project evolves. If you want any answers to data issues, go and find the deliberator in your project team. In fact, try running a project without one. If you imagine a project that's only made up of people looking for consensus, that's never going to move forward. If it's only made up of visionaries, they're just going to keep coming up with concepts, and tomorrow they'll have a new one. I've started to use this in my home life. I've realised now my wife is a conceptor. She can come up with 16 things that need doing in the house, and they must be done tomorrow, and the day after there'll be another 16. I'm at the back there trying to get the builder engaged, the plumber engaged, the carpenter, the guy that's going to cut the grass, and all I get is, you mean you haven't done it yet? I've got more ideas. Go to her and say, well, how do I make it happen? I don't know, that's your job. You're the project guy, you're the change agent. So try, think about out the box, and don't just think of that in terms of your working career. Try thinking that if you're a member of a club or a society, a football team or a netball team, try thinking about these are the type of people you're going to have in your team. The knowers, in the beginning, they decided what the problem is, they've made the conclusion, and they've gone for their gun. That's the way we're going. Come on, boys, get it done. It's up for you. You're the team. You're the members of the team. You deliver it. I'm just over here. I'm a team member. Kind of don't want to know. What's the worst thing that you can do to a knower?
Drown him in detail.
Correct. What's the best way of shutting a knower up? Drown him in data. Keep giving him more and more facts. Give him little pieces of the pie. Confuse him. If you want to neutralize a knower, a strong knower who's overtaken and domineering a conversation, keep giving him bits of data and ask him to make decisions. It'll just drive him mad. If you've got a domineering concept of what's the best thing a deliberator, you've got a domineering guy at the back, what are you going to do? And you're a deliberator, and he keeps coming up with new ideas and visions.
Ask him to prioritise.
Correct. They can't. As I say, I've got a wife that gives me 16 jobs. I go to work on a Monday, I get home on a Friday. On Friday, that list is just growing. Okay, tell me which one you want me to do first. All of them. Conciliators. This is the worst thing that I saw there. Projects ends when everyone's happy, but others people, particularly the knowers, think that we just took too long. But hey, we probably got the right result, but that's often forgotten. It's the way we did it. I know I've got just a couple of minutes left. So how do you make the best use of it? So for deliberators need to be able to make plans. They need to be able to complete data analysis. You need to allow, if you've got deliberators in your project team, and remember what I said, don't try and run a project without a deliberator, because it just won't happen. Because someone's got to analyze the data at the end of the day.